Today, two chefs face the ultimate test in their improvisation and cooking as they try to create a delicious dish from 3 tins selected at random. Chefs, let's play Tin Roulette.
Excellent.
So category 1 is proteins. You have 3 options in front of you, spinning really fast on our electric roulette machine. Reach out a hand, grab a tin. Next up, fruit and veg. Again, 3 tins in front, grab them now. We've had so much feedback from you guys watching as to how to make this as fair as possible. This is our best attempt so far, but no doubt you'll have more feedback that we will use to improve this further.
So they're taped up, I can feel that. We're blindfolded and they're spinning.
Yeah.
Mine are both...
And more to the point, we don't know what's in them anyway.
Finally, miscellaneous category, or as our chef Kush likes to call them, curveballs. 3, 2, 1, grab. Ebbers, let's find out what you've got.
Yep, corned mutton.
Ooh,
Ooh, okay. Corned mutton.
A little bit jealous.
With prunes, so far so good.
And
fried bean curd. Interesting.
okay, James, what are you working with?
Gouda.
Cheese in a tin. You got cheese.
There was an argument as to whether that should have been in the
That's my
curveball.
protein.
That's your protein.
Golden mushrooms.
Golden mushrooms. Cheese, mushrooms, and
hummus.
And hummus.
Ooh.
Oh, sounds like a warm salad.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So chefs, we're going to give you 25 minutes to combine those into a delicious dish. You have fresh ingredients at the back that you can use. Dry store is an option, but you can't use it yet.
You've lost what? It's going to get more and more ridiculous.
Right.
Okay, I'm trying the hummus. I don't think I've ever seen hummus in a tin. It tastes fine. I wouldn't necessarily say that's good hummus. I can't remember what this is. Oh, it's Gouda. It's cheese. What the hell? It's like burnt. Being cooked in the tin or something. Look at that.
Ooh.
I have no idea what's going on in this. These are the mushrooms. I don't know what I was expecting from golden mushrooms, but these look a lot like kind of enoki-ish mushrooms, maybe. They're like really small and stringy, good mushroomy flavor, I'm sure.
So interestingly, the corned mutton came out a treat. Comes with a key, you wind off the top, and then the whole thing comes off. It looks just like corned beef, but mutton, older sheep, and therefore often quite meaty and gamey. Actually delicious. Will take a lot of spicing because it's quite fatty. And then I've got these prunes. And these prunes, prune being a dried plum, are almost sweet and sour in the same breath. And they instantly make me think they would be so good as almost like a sweet and sour duck. And yet I've got mutton. And then you have these tofu skins, which are a bit wet, but salty, as in briny. So instantly I'm going to put my corned mutton to one side and I'm going in with celeriac. I think it's a massively underrated vegetable, but at this time of year, awesome. It is earthy, it is savoury, and with the sweetness of the prunes and the spiciness of the mutton we'll get to later, it'll work a treat.
James, what on earth are you thinking?
This might sound boring and maybe a cop-out, but I'm thinking soup.
Okay,
Like,
why?
Because cheese, mushrooms, and then hummus, they don't scream going together to me, but hummus is a great thickener. From what I know of hummus, I don't know about this hummus, but like garlic, tahini, like good flavors for soup. So I'm gonna try and roast off some carrots to get like a nice deep roasty flavor in there.
Ebbers, what's your plan?
So I've chopped up a celeriac and popped it into water at the moment with a clove of garlic. Once it's cooked, I'm going to drain it and puree it with some cream and some blue cheese to make a delicious celeriac puree for the base of spiced corned beef, sweet prunes. Still don't know about tofu skins.
It's going in the oven. Got those on a very hot oven, and I'm going to roast them for as long as I can, really, until I blend it. They
So what are you doing, James?
Wet. I'm trying to take all the moisture out of the mushrooms because they're not going to fry very well.
They look like they've got a great, like a noodle texture.
Yeah, I was thinking of putting them all through the soup, and then I saw them and I thought they'd make a really nice garnish if they fry well. Lots of oil, get the mushrooms in. I've got some beef stock because otherwise it would be a vegetarian. I'm joking, I love vegetarians.
Ooh.
This, on the other hand, not that exciting. Kind of disturbing, almost. get the beef stock. Gonna get that hot and simmering.
So I've thrown a little bit of tofu skin into a hot pan just to see what happens, because I don't know is the answer. It might need, because I kind of want it to crisp up, a dusting of seasoned corn flour maybe, and then to fry, but I haven't got access to the dry store yet, so I'm just seeing how it behaves.
Boys, you have had 5 minutes. 20 minutes remain.
I've got beef stock on, I've got mushrooms in my beef stock just to get flavour into it. I've got mushrooms frying. Most of that will probably be a garnish, but anything that I'm not using for garnish, I'll just chuck straight into the soup, so it's gonna be really nice and mushroomy.
Are those frying the way you'd like, James?
I think so. They are a bit wet, so they're taking a little time, but I think they're getting there, yeah.
Are those frying the way you were hoping, Ebbers?
No.
Oh.
So I will need something from the dry store. I went really hard just to see if we could crisp them up.
You have 30 seconds before we unlock the dry store. Chefs, 7 minutes gone. The dry store is open.
Hooray!
Ebbers, what are you using? What are you going for?
So I'm gonna get some corn flour to try and crisp up some tofu skins.
Can I have some sugar, chef? Demerara sugar?
Dema.
Yeah, Dema. Or brown sugar if it's on top. Come on, chef, anytime. Nice.
And then I'm also thinking some sort of spice, and I've gone for harissa, based off of our advent calendar.
Great stuff, that.
In December, we opened up an advent calendar, had lots of spices. We knew we were going to use them as the year continues. I'm going to try a little bit. Smoky, spicy, quite spicy, but the fatness of the mutton, I think, needs it. So a little bit of that.
James, brown sugar in already quite sweet red onions. What's the thought process there?
Thought is caramelizing them in 5 minutes instead of 50 minutes.
Does that help speed it up?
Well, you know,
just adds that
you're drawing
flavour.
sugar out. It's different sweetness, but you're just adding a little bit of sweetness to it. So there's already beef stock, quite salty, and then you've got umami of mushrooms. So a little bit of sugar will just balance everything. And then I'm going to add wine as well. Basically, this is cooking everything as long as possible, and then putting it all together and blending it with some nice stuff on top.
Boys, using a percentage, how confident are you in your current state of play turning into something delicious?
70% confident.
70% is good. Ebbers, how about you?
85% confident that I'll make something tasty. Will it beat James? 65.
Ooh. Still, I like those odds.
I feel really bad that I'm making a soup. I don't know why.
Well, it's got to be a spectacular soup, because just a soup that works,
That ain't gonna work,
it's
is it?
delicious and nice, but it is still a soup.
I've got broccoli over here. I was thinking of
yeah, that'll make it better.
roasting that. Oh, it's doing what I was hoping it would do. And like properly crisping up. Being a very messy chef.
Broccoli's gone back, don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
And then the breadcrumbs go in here. Or croutons, should I say?
What are you looking for?
Sumac.
Sumac is an excellent spice.
Ben's spending too much time searching for things and not enough time cooking things.
Ebbers is doing a lot of rummaging in
I know
the
we
dry
have
store.
it, I just don't know where it is.
You know when you get an idea in your head and you just can't let go of it, and you need to let go of it?
I think I need to let go of it, James. Something that will do a similar job. What I was hoping for was the fruitiness of sumac with that sourness to work with the prune, but actually, a kind of Japanese barbecue sauce might do similar.
I am worried for you, James, as to how that Gouda is going to behave in the soup. What's happened?
Forgot to put the wine in the onions.
Is that a big deal?
Sorry, chef.
No, it just means I have to use another pan.
If I gave that reaction whilst cooking, it means something terrible has happened.
Oh,
Whereas-
burn my brioche.
Okay.
How's your day going, James?
It was
James.
going so well.
Oh, the
James,
brioche is burned.
James, top tip.
Yes, chef.
Brioche has loads of sugar in it, so it burns quite quickly.
Oh, he's doing a kush on you.
Oh,
Right, I have absolutely no concern that the bits I'm cooking are going to be delicious. I still don't know how and where to use these tofu skins, but because they're quite briny, I actually think a very fine dice through the spinach might be quite interesting.
I haven't even tasted my food yet.
How? Oh, he's happy. He's happy. Okay.
Good, it's good.
Ebbers, pressure on. James is really happy with where he is so far. How happy are you feeling?
I changed my plan. Rather than do something guesswork with tofu skins, I've added them into the mutton, which I know as a flavour combination will work, but now it's all one texture. So I now need to find texture elsewhere on the plate.
I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit and put my Gouda
James!
in my soup.
That is a risk. How could this go wrong?
it could split the whole soup, and that's all I have. So,
Chefs, you have 9 minutes remaining.
9 minutes. Oh my goodness.
not long, is it?
No, it creeps up on you. So these are beautiful Sablé grapes. They are more fruitiness, more darkness. I think my whole plate is quite dark in colour. But I'm going to put them into a searingly hot pan and almost blister them. I almost want to char them a little bit.
Ebbers, when you're faced with a challenge like this, combining ingredients that don't typically go together, how are you thinking about it? Are you thinking it from a technique-wise? Are you thinking it from cuisine and which part of the world-wise? How does your brain work?
All of those above. So
Simultaneously?
I was thinking North Africa, which is why I went harissa, and I was looking for something like sumac. However, couldn't find it, so then ended up with a Japanese sauce that would deliver the same flavour profile. But it has also got seasonal Britishness in the sense of celeriac and spinach, so it is a bit all over.
Have you come to a decision on how you're going to bring it together in a dish? Like what structure the dish is going to take?
No, I'm busy eating blue cheese, so I love it.
But yeah, so you've got 7 minutes left, so...
I'm going to put hummus in the soup. Also, don't know if this is going to work. It should thicken it. It should be delicious. We'll see.
This is great.
I'm going to put a bit of cream in the soup.
There's so much let's see what happens going on. James,
This is my wine. Yes. I added some sugar to that as well.
Sugar to the white wine?
Yeah,
and then just reduced it down a little?
Yeah, I reduced the wine, but it wasn't reducing particularly fast. Maybe put too much in. So I just added some sugar just to help it along.
5.5 minutes remaining.
Okay, I'm starting to stress out. I'm starting to stress.
Oh no. I mean, yay for the video, but no.
No, this is not good.
I want you to do well.
Ebbers, it's not good, Ebbers.
What's wrong?
The hummus may have ruined the soup.
Oh no.
Everyone.
In what way?
With
Texture or flavour or?
Flavour, yeah, flavour. And it didn't really thicken it either, so it's like quite loose.
So now you're trying to change that by adding more reduced wine and more salt.
So the grapes are going in. Blue cheese. Also going to blend this.
Ebbers is blending. Now I will be tasting and judging these at the end. And I know what you're thinking. Mike, you are the least qualified to be judging two chefs' food. But if you think about it, chefs cook food for us normals. They don't just cook their food for chefs. So essentially, that's what's going on here, right? I'm the best placed person to be able to eat these and tell you whether they taste good or not. Boys, you have 3.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, goodness. I brought it over right at the start, and it's a beautifully crisp pear. And if I cut this up now, just before we need it, it'll be that little kick of julienne crisp and freshness that will cut through everything else, which is quite sweet and rich.
He's got pine nuts.
I'm just thinking texture now. I'm just thinking top. I'm going to blend.
2.5 minutes, boys.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent.
Ooh, panic and sarcasm.
Gonna start to plate.
One minute remaining, chefs.
What am I gonna do with that minute that doesn't spoil the dish?
I've never seen anything like that before, but it looks cool. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking. Close to the wire there, James.
It was hot. It was really hot.
Chefs, never have I seen two beautiful dishes that I have absolutely no idea of how either of them taste.
That's fair.
Shall we start with this one? Very impressed. Looks fantastic, Ebbers. The process was really cool.
Cheers.
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 Right, first off, I think that celeriac puree is absolutely delicious.
It's very nice.
The first thing I was thinking is, oh, it's all the same texture. Then I bit through grape, pear, and then suddenly the smoothness of the celeriac puree. It's sweet, it is almost corned beefy in that you're getting a strong meat flavour through it, but then there's a proper pop of different types of sweetness that all offer something different, but it all works so well together.
I think you do need everything together.
You do.
Because I think the spinach helps the meat along. Like it gives a bit of freshness to it.
Yeah.
Because if you have the meat on its own, it tastes a lot like it's come from a tin.
It's quite
It's strong.
not even lammy, muttony. It's very muttony.
Really strong, yeah.
That's great. I watched most of this happen because I had a front row seat. And I know that you weren't happy at one point.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh goodness. That's not what I was expecting.
Oh wow. There's like a deep caramelization running through it.
So it's mainly a cheese soup. So I put cheese through the soup.
My goodness.
It reminds me of brown cheese.
That's why it almost has the
caramelized,
Gouda
yeah.
almost has an almost like burnt profile to it. That is not at all how I expected it. It doesn't taste like any soup I've ever had.
No. But it's also got a level of sweetness that's coming from the caramelization.
Lots of sweetness, yeah.
And you said carrot going, I wasn't really paying attention to your recipe, I was busy doing mine.
How on earth do we describe this for the audience? Because that does not taste like carrot soup.
No. To me that tastes like brown cheese soup. It's like caramelized dairy lactic.
Yeah, I think cheese would be the primary flavour in that, as opposed to carrot.
Especially within the context of what we're trying to do as normals in filling all of our skills gaps this year, watching you both twist and turn with great skill and logic, we can take a lot from that. I personally can take a lot from that. And if you guys have loved this, make sure you check out this Tin Can Roulette, which is a particular winner. But if I had to give a winner myself, I'm gonna say, I've changed my mind last time. I'm gonna say it's James's. And I think that's purely down to the fact that it is so Moorish and so unexpected.
So out there.
But that, I mean, it's not even, there is a hair's breadth within it on the finish line.
Dog's breath.
It's a dog's...